Okay, hi, I'm Phil Webb. Been asked by Landmark to commentate on the top 6 competitors in the challenge. First of all, I'm just rapt that this challenge has got to the 3rd year and the quality of the competitors that we see this year. Charlie and Mark and I flapped this idea around for about 5 years before we got it on board. So I'd like to see Felicity come on now as the winner of the challenge, and give a little commentary as she goes through her performance. Okay, Felicity's the winner of this year's challenge, comes down to make a first stop. You can see how nice and relaxed this horse is. Has a really, really nice outlook to the judge. A little bit of a over rotation on that first turn. Nice stop. Very nice and soft in the hands. You can see the departure of the canter. Horse struck off in the lead, beautiful. Got a nice bend to this mare. Very, very soft in the hands. Nice control in that first slow circle. You can see now as she's asked this mare to speed up and do a large fast circle. The thing that I really like about this, and the judges would be loving, in this mare's ears pricked up, really enjoying what she can see there as she came back and brought that mare back to a nice slow canter. The control she has and how soft this mare and how much trust she has in Felicity. At this stage, to me, she's doing a really, really nice job. She's often up into that fast canter again, and again you can see, this mare won the first round of the classic draft, and as a 3-year-old, you can imagine the run she's had during the week, and she's still showing lovely attitude and a nice softness on the hands of the rider. You can see Felicity now has completed her figure 8s, starts a run down to make her first stop. Again, nice and soft, a nice stop, very, very nice roll back towards the second stop. Again, nice stop, left roll back, down to a final stop. You can see how nice she stopped, and the minute that mare come to a stop, you can see the slack she had in the reins. Very, very nice soft backup. Very, very nice run. Okay, Felicity's asked for a cow. Now you can see, as a lot of people that haven't shown cow horses, this cow does not want to stay on the end of the arena, which makes it very difficult to get some control and get that cow really under control. The cow sort of broke off the end of the arena, and she really isn't in control of that cow. And as you can notice there, that cow's coming towards her horse the whole way, which makes it very difficult to try and get it to trap on the fence. The ideal scoring for a cow horse is to be able to stay on that fence and make at least one turn each way, and you can see here that the cow isn't really wanting to cooperate with her. And I'm not sure, after watching some of these through the week, of whether those flags are sort of pushing those cows off the fence. There is a big curve on that arena too, where they're pushing the cow back towards your horse. See, she's now making her circles. The mare's circling up the cow, very, very nice and really relaxed. The fence work is going to pull her down in that score. The circle work is very nice, and she's just about now completing her cow work. Now Felicity's score as an average in the dry work was 84, which was the leading score by 5 points in the dry section. The cow section, she was down to an average of a 63.5, which has taken her down quite a bit. But because of her lead in the aggregate and a 5 points lead in the dry work, she's still come out on top. Okay. Now we have Michael Wilson, the second placed horse in the challenge, making his run in the final. Nice run down and a nice smooth stop. First turn, very nice. Second one, nice completed spin. Departure on the lead is nice and soft. He's making his first slow circle of the figure 8. As he comes around, you'll see him start to build up some speed to go into his large fast circle. Horse is showing a nice softness on the hands and some collection. You can see him now release him and let him push him out into that large fast circle as Michael's using a nice speed variation. He's pushing that speed out, coming back down to the lead change and back into his slow circle. Not quite as smooth as our first horse in the lead changes, but he's pushing the speed out and showing some degree of difficulty. The faster these competitors push out, the more risk they are of making mistakes in these events, and especially when they run them down to do those stops. So he's now completing his second figure 8. Come on around now. Lead change. He's pushing this speed out. He's really, really asking this horse for a lot of speed and pushing the degree of difficulty out for himself. So the judges are going to reward that. Nice stop. Roll back. Down for his second stop. Really pushing it. Nice roll back to the left. Come back to his third stop. You can see Michael really threw the anchors out there. Horse come to a nice stop. Nice back up. Nice job. Now Michael has asked for his cow. Same thing now. He's trying to keep this cow down here, and the idea is try and keep that cow pushed down on that fence as much as you can, and you keep control, not let the cow take control of you. So he's doing a really, really good job here. He's really showing some control with his horse. Nice position. He's controlling the cow here. Now he's going to let it run up the opposite fence. Cow's got a lot of speed up. He's got a nice position on it. That's a nice turn. The judge is going to really reward that. And see how he trapped the cow right there on the fence? It didn't roll back out the middle of the arena. It's really trying. Going back to the end where he came in. So Michael's made 2 nice turns. He's going to try and go to the centre now and make his circle. So the basic rules of the cow horse is 1 turn each way at least. You can go 2 if you've got a fast cow. And then at least 1 circle each way. So he's done a really, really nice job controlling his cow, and the judges are going to reward him with that. And I think as we go to the scores, Michael's dry score was a 79 average, and his cow work was the number 1 in the final, which was a 69.5. So very, very nice job on the dry, on the cow, and a good job on the dry as well. Okay, here we have Amelia Servant, 3rd place in the challenge, showing Hellracious. Now this horse is a very solid cutting horse, and Amelia was a finalist in the NCHA Derby on this horse last year. So nice run down, nice stop. The turns were very nice. A nice departure on that right lead. You can see the versatility of this horse. We all know that he can cut a cow. Now showing the versatility as well as the trainer. Horse is making a very, very nice circle. Now she's pushing him out for that faster circle. You can see he's just struggling with that hind lead a little bit. Coming in to make the change. The judge will mark that circle down a little bit for that little hind lead difficulty. Nice transition back to that slow circle on the left lead. She'll see her build up here again and go around to make a large fast circle. Horse is running nice and flat. He's got a lovely bend in him, and he's showing a nice attitude in this dry work. Now Amelia's made that final change, and she'll bring him around to make this run down to the first stop, and she's not sparing him with the speed either, so she's putting herself at a lot of risk for that degree of difficulty in that stop. Nice little soft stop and a lovely roll back down to the second stop. Horse is just bouncing a little bit. Back out that on that roll back's nice. Third stop, pushed him. He bobbed up and down a little bit, and lovely back up. Amelia was marked an average of a 75.2 for that run as an average for the 2 judges. She's called for the cow. Cow looks pretty bright to me. She's giving him a big start. He's going to take a lot of control in this cow down here. Yep, he's blown off that fence and come to the middle of the arena, so there'll be a bit of a decline in the score there because of lack of control on that fence. And like I've said before, the cattle here have been difficult to try and maintain on that fence. You can see Amelia's gone for the circles, which that horse runs a lovely circle and is now starting to control that cow. Cow's got good speed. She'll cross over now and go for the circle to the right. Again, for this horse being done all the cutting he can, you can see the versatility that she's got in him, and a lovely job in circling that cow. Here's our 4th placed horse in the challenge with Frank Green aboard. Nice run down and stop. Frank's probably our most experienced challenged rider and our most all-round rider in this event. Been Cutting Horse Futurity winner a couple of times, a couple of different futurities, and then shown in challenges all over Australia. Very nice job. Start off his circles. As most of these competitors have shown, pretty nice variation in their speed for their circles, which the judges will be marking them up. Frank's using a nice speed there on that right-hand circle, getting ready now to come back down and make his first change. Nice change. Horse back to a nice slow canter for his second circle. Frank using all his experience here, getting his circles nice and smooth. Looking for that centre, coming around to speed up again for his large fast circle. Horse showing a really nice response to him, and again these horses are all showing a real nice attitude for being at this event for this week and the amount of runs they've had. He's made his last change now. Now he'll build up a bit of speed to come down for his first stop. This ground is fairly heavy too, so it's not really conducive to really great stopping, but Frank's horse has made a really nice stop on that first stop. Again in the second stop, and you can see how he's held his ground in the stop. We'll wait and see. Yeah, see there, he's held his ground. He stayed nice and round through the body, which enabled him to keep down low and strong in the stop, where you can see other horses that, so the stops on this run would have been marked up, where you could see the difference in some of the other competitors where their front end raised up and probably their backs hollowed a little bit and their horses bounced in the stop. So the judges would have marked that up really nicely for Frank. So now he's going to call for his cow. You can see the horse is showing a lot of cow. Frank's trying to push that cow down and pin him on this fence and get a bit of control. So he's staying in nice position. He's not ready to go down the fence yet. He's trying to take a little bit of gas out of him. Try and pin him on that fence and get good control. And then he'll let him roll. He'll probably let him try and roll down that right-hand fence. He wants to push him over. He's trying to get him over as close to that fence as he can before he makes that first turn. See, this cow's coming off the fence and making it real difficult for him. He's got his turn. He's way down further than what he'd like to be, and he'd probably get a little deduction for that. Now he's raiding him back onto the fence. See how he's got him on the fence? He's going to make a real nice turn here. Now that's a classic cow horse turn there. Come out of the fence, roll the cow back to the middle of the arena so he can then start to make his first circle. He's got lovely control there. See how close he is? He's pushing that cow around. He'll back off and go back around to the right, make another circle to the right. Frank's got great control on that, and I'm sure the judges are going to mark him up. That's a really, really nice run. See how he's controlling that cow, pushing that shoulder around. Nice job, Frank. Okay, here we have Hugh Miles coming in. He's the 5th horse in the challenge, in the final. Nice soft stop there on his first stop. You can see these horses when they only have one spin to do, they really don't get up enough momentum they just start to get their turn going and they've got to stop. So one spin is very, very, it's actually more difficult than 2 or 3 spins to get done nicely. The departure on that lead's nice. He's showing nice collection. It's a very nice tidy circle from Hugh. Now he's going to move this horse out and go into his large fast circle. Doing a nice job. Horse got a nice attitude. Coming in to make his change, to come back down to his transition, back down to his slower circle. Showing nice collection there. The judges are going to like that. They're going to mark this up in the circle work. Really nice roundness in that horse. Going out for his large fast circle. He's doing a really nice job here. Soft on the hands. Coming around for his last change. Done that very nicely. Now he's starting to build up some speed to go down for his first stop. Very difficult run the horse back down towards that out gate where you came into. Those horses think they're heading home. So that stop was a little bit bouncy and rough. Better stop on his second one. Nice roll back, come down for his last stop. Yeah, he's asked for the brakes there. He's done a nice job. Horse is soft in the bridle and nice and relaxed at the end of that stop. Nice job, Hugh. I think that was actually the second highest score in the average for the dry work in that final. He's now going to ask for his cow. Cow's out. He's pushing down towards the end of that arena and get him down against those gates and try and show some control and block him a time or two and try and get a bit of control on that cow before he lets him roll down that fence. He's got good control at this stage. Just let him go. He's going to release him and go down that fence. You can see now the cow's building up speed and he's actually pushing on Hugh. Hugh's probably just a shade behind him. He's really lost control of him right there. So he's going to get a deduction there from the judges. Probably going to take him back over and try and reposition him on that fence again. Need to get him back on that fence so he can get back in control of him. Well, he's given away the fence work and now he's taken to the circle and we've seen him draft. We know he can do this real easy. This is, something he probably does 15 times a day on a horse at home. Nice circles. Horse is working that cow there really nicely. Thanks, Hugh. Nice job. I think he'll be probably downgraded a little bit by the judges because of that little bit of lack of control there on that fence work. Now next in the arena is Danny Fitzgerald. He was the 6th placed horse in this event on a nice conman horse. Nice run down there and a nice stop. Nice first spin. Now see, there's showing a little bit of experience. He stepped him up out of the spin to make the next spin instead of trying to spin him from when the horse is way back on the backward move. Nice departure into this first slow circle. You can see how Danny's got him nice and light there on his hands. He's now going to move him out into this fast circle. Horse is a bit leggy. You can see he's really covering the ground, this horse. A little difficulty there with that hind lead just for a stride or two. Change is a little bit rough. Got him back down now into his collection for his slow circle to the left. Doing a nice job there. Danny's now going to move him out. He's struggling with that hind lead again a little bit, this horse. The judges will take him down a little bit in that section. Coming around now for his build up for his first stop. He's dropping that hind lead on and off a little bit. That'll be a deduction. Got him stopped. Right roll back. Down for his second stop. Normally the better one, running away from that gate they came in. Up for his last stop. A little bit rough in the head with the horse starting to raise up. Might be having a little bit of difficult with the ground, but Danny's sending him hard and putting him under a lot of degree of difficulty. Now he's going to ask for his cow. Ooh, this is a wild looking cow. Now, in cow horse competition, you may, if you don't think the cow's workable, you can ask for a second cow. Now, none of the competitors that we've seen so far have had to do this. They've gone on with the cow that they've been given. Danny's trying to push this cow back on the gate to get some control. Righto, it's on wide open now. The race is on. Nice first turn into the fence and got control out. He's got to try and get him back over on that fence and get that control. He's made his second turn. He's given away going to the fence again. A lot of speed in this circle. He's going to score up in this section. Good control, pretty wild cow. He's doing a really, really good job, putting himself under a lot of degree of difficulty. Really, really nice job on that cow work. I think in that run he ended up second in the cow work and probably one more turn on the fence. If he had been able to control that cow, he'd probably gone to the lead in the cow work in that final. So nice job, Danny.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will be putting ribbons on the first 6. We'll call them forward from 6 to 1st. On this decision here this evening, first place goes to Felicity Burton, 295.19 points, riding JR Elsola Rey. Okay, come on, put your hands together for him. There's your top 6, ladies and gentlemen, and there's your top 15 finalists.